Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us and kicking off another week of programming here at Your News Today with a beautiful day in the neighborhood outside and more to come with some really nice, warm, and dry, sunny conditions through midweek. Change up comes thereafter, and we'll get you up to date on that in just a few moments. It is the 29th and next to last day of April. We're going to roll in May here on Wednesday, and that will be the last day of the 80s and full blown sunshine. We'll have the low 80s and not sunshine on your Thursday, and we'll talk about those shower chances and more in just a few moments. I have a camera tonight at special sessions of the Sayersville City Council and the Magoffin County Fiscal Court. Coverage to start on those as soon as tomorrow, and a lot of other things on tap for later in the week. Also taking place later in the week, the 40th annual Magoffin County Rescue Squad Media Auction starts Thursday night at 6:30, and I'll be reminding you of that, giving you some more information to go on a little later in the week. A lot of items, still a great deal, many fewer than what we normally see, but nevertheless, we're going to make it another success with your help. And there's still plenty of time to donate something to bid on. Monetary donations as well, greatly appreciated. Really low on donations this year, right at about 100. I can remember having 300 donations years ago. 200 has not been that long ago, and I think probably surpassed that last year. So still, and we have a lot of hours to fill and a lot of holes in the bank account. So if you can support in any form or fashion, we encourage you to do so. We'll talk more about the auction as it gets a bit closer. Well, probably tomorrow night. Headlines tonight, however, will include a Johnson County man indicted federally for selling meth to the tune of a pound. A Magoffin County woman indicted federally for altering or diluting medicines intended for patients as she was employed as a nurse. We've also got a candidate to introduce to you tonight, as we always do if they stop by the studio. A candidate from an state office. We give them some time to introduce themselves to our viewers, and I have a candidate for state auditor who stopped by the station here earlier today at the studio. I also have an invite for a special event later on this week here in Sayersville, and much, much more. We'll get to all that in just a second. Just a few things elsewhere before we do, and none of them are good. A little 6-year-old died in Pike County over the weekend. The kindergarten student died in an ATV crash. Has now been identified as little Keegan Ryan Music. He died yesterday afternoon after the accident that happened in Hurricane Creek. The coroner's statement says that they and the Kentucky State Police are investigating after 2 juveniles were traveling north on Porter Lane. They attempted to make a U-turn. When they did, the ATV, and it doesn't specify the make or model, but not that it really matters, nevertheless, it overturned. It threw both children off. The child who was driving suffered minor injuries at most, but Music was pronounced dead at the Pikeville Medical Center a short time later after being transported there. In Breathitt County, police began investigating yesterday morning after a body was found in the North Fork River. The body was not immediately recognizable and sent to the state medical examiner's office for an autopsy. However, police have now identified the deceased as a man who was missing since February of this year, Kenneth Neese. A portion of his clothing was also found nearby. Kayakers who were actually members of his family searching for him made the discovery yesterday. No other information as of airtime has been released by authorities. We'll keep you up to date on that as well. A Mount Sterling man, as we go to drug charges tonight, was sentenced to 30 years for distribution of fentanyl that caused a fatal overdose in the Montgomery County Regional Jail. 27-year-old Cloud Logan Jones of Mount Sterling was sentenced Friday to 30 years in federal prison for distributing fentanyl that caused a death. He previously pleaded guilty to the charge, admitting that in November of 2017 he distributed the lethal drug to an individual not named while both were confined as inmates in the Montgomery County Regional Jail. There was video surveillance from the jail that also captured the incident. He must serve at least 85% of that federal sentence of 30 years. Here, closer to home, a federal grand jury in Pikeville has indicted a Johnson County man for allegedly distributing more than a pound of methamphetamine in Johnson County and in other areas over the course of the past 6 months. The indictment says that Proctor Wayne Pennington Sr. conspired with others to distribute more than 500 grams of methamphetamine on several different occasions. In all, it's a 7-count indictment that was returned against Proctor Wayne Pennington Sr. Of those 7 counts, count 1 is for distribution of 500 grams of methamphetamine last October in Johnson County. The other charges all stem from separate incidents or times of transaction this year. 4 in February, 1 in March, 1 just this month, back on the 3rd day of April. He's also been ordered to forfeit some $4,775 in cash that was taken from him on that 3rd day of April during that last sale. Altogether, he faces up to life imprisonment and tens of millions of dollars in fines. For example, count 1 carries 10 years to life in prison and up to a $10 million fine. And if there's a prior serious felony drug conviction, which there is, that's actually bumped up to 15 years to life and a $20 million fine. Counts 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7, he faces up to 20 years and a $1 million fine each, unless there's a prior conviction. It goes to up to 30 years and a $2 million fine for each charge. On count 6, 5 years to 40 years in prison and a $5 million fine. That goes to 10 years and $8 million if there's a prior felony drug conviction or case. And there is. Back in 2010, he was indicted federally for distributing oxycodone. That was a 9-count indictment that saw 7 of the charges dismissed or dropped, but he was sentenced for 2 of the counts to 87 months to serve and 5 years of supervised release. Also indicted at the same time by that same federal grand jury in Pikeville, a Magoffin County woman who was working as a nurse in Johnson County at the Palm Beach Regional Medical Center, now under federal indictment. She allegedly diluted a patient's medication and then lied to authorities about it. The indictment in front of you says that Kelsey Spencer is alleged to have tampered with a consumer product. That product is listed as being a pain reliever called Stadol. She's accused of diluting it with saline and believed to have then given it to patients in a diluted form and doing something else with the original drug in a, quote, reckless disregard for the risk that another person will be placed in danger of death or bodily injury, and under circumstances manifesting extreme indifference to such risk. The second count comes from reportedly lying to investigators who questioned her about the activity. They say that she falsely told a special agent with the USDA that she wasn't familiar with the AccuDose prescription station that was used to distribute the drug. However, authorities determined that she had actually been trained on and had used that device while employed at another healthcare provider more than 1,467 times while an employee there, and was very well versed with the equipment. She faces up to 10 years in prison on count 1 and a $250,000 fine. Count 2, for lying to authorities, she faces up to 5 years imprisonment and another $250,000 fine. We've also been able to confirm that her license to practice as a nurse was immediately suspended with an effective date of February the 18th of this year. Still to come, introducing a candidate for Kentucky State Auditor, an important day that you're invited to be a part of later this week, your calendar, your weather, and much more, and I'll be right back with all of that after these messages. Please let these folks know you're watching every chance you get. And, by the way, clip a coupon out of the Sagersville Independent this week, get free food at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe. Want something really delicious and tasty for free? All you got to do is find the coupon on the right in this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent, and with your purchase of any meal and that coupon, you can get free either an order of cheese sticks or jalapeno poppers, mini corn dogs, fried pickles, a chocolate dessert or a strawberry dessert, a piece of cobbler of the day, a piece of pecan pie even. Take your pick. You get one for free with a purchase of any meal. It's a great way to get something a little extra and try something that you might not have tried before. It's your Sayersville Lee's Famous Recipe. And for a limited time, just while supplies last, our extra tasty and delicious fried apple pies are only 50 cents. What else can you get that tasty and sweet for 50 cents? Nothing. So be sure and clip the coupon out of this week's Sayersville Independent, bring it to your Sayersville Lee's, and treat yourself to something good.
Hi, I'm attorney Jeff Lovely. When hiring an attorney, experience does matter. For over 20 years, I've been representing clients throughout Eastern Kentucky. We are a full-service law firm, representing clients who've been injured in car accidents or at work, representing clients who need to file bankruptcy, representing clients who've been charged with a crime. For all your legal needs, contact my office when it matters. We have 2 locations for your convenience. In Sayersville at 349-4522 and West Liberty at 743-1965.
From brakes, exhaust, suspension, fluid changes, to expert collision and auto body, to turning your 4x4 or diesel from mild to wild, get real auto maintenance, paint, and repair at Black Smoke Performance in Dixie of Sayersville. 349-8785. Just like that, we've jumped into the spring allergy season with all the buds and blooms, tree and grass pollen, mold, and all the nasal congestion, sneezing, itchy nose and eyes and throat that they cause. Don't get caught off guard. Protect yourself daily with a quick trip to Parkway Pharmacy for over-the-counter and prescription relief. And you can always log into parkwaypharmacy.com to have your prescriptions ready when you get there at Parkway Pharmacy in Sayersville. Your new IGA has fresh brewed coffees and delicious donuts made 7 days a week. Daily made breads piled high with any meat or cheese you can think of. And come and taste the salads, broccoli and cauliflower, cornbread, and their gourmet chicken salad made fresh right here. They've got fruit and vegetable and meat trays made with a little love, and celebrate anything with perfectly professionally made cakes. All fresh and ready for your next meal, party, or event at your Sayersville IGA, where it's a new day, place, and way to shop. Whether it's for a little pre-vacation tan, or to look and feel better, or just to come and relax for a few minutes, get your perfect shade on at Tropical Isle Tanning with the very best in modern tanning. They've got 6 beds, including their fabulous 7-minute stand-up bed and their 12-minute super bed with bronzing bulbs. Or get a perfect sunless glow with Versa Spa spray tans, which are 20% off all the month of April. At Tropical Isle Tanning in Sayersville and Prestonsburg, open 7 days a week. At Parkway Gun and Pawn, out the door means taxes and a box of shells are included, and all these specials are out the door prices. So you can pick from these Heritage Arms 22 revolvers, $149 out the door, or this one for $139. This Judge shoots 45 long Colts and 4 10 shells, and it's out the door for $449. 9mm semi-automatics as low as $219, all just in and soon to be gone at Parkway Gun and Pawn. By my estimation, this is the 3rd or 4th time it has been recognized here locally as a local group is planning on, again, participating in the National Day of Prayer to be held in the City Park across from Sayersville City Hall this week from 11 till 1 this Thursday. Mandy Adair, the events coordinator, says that this is going to be a non-denominational community prayer gathering. She says the theme for the 2019 National Day of Prayer is Love One Another. And she hopes that's what everyone brings with them in their hearts this week. Last year, you may recall me covering, there were about 150 people throughout the community, students from the schools as well, who all participated and came to the event at the same location it will be held this year, in the city park, near this gazebo across from Sayersville City Hall. So far, Adair tells us that about 10 local pastors have agreed to participate, all from different denominations, but with the same heart to serve and bless McGoffin County. The local event for the National Day of Prayer is this Thursday, May the 2nd, from 11 till 1 at, once again, the City Park. A local Christian youth groups, local pastors, community leaders, and community members are all expected to attend, and they hope that everyone will come and bring someone with you. Adair says they're inviting everyone in the entire community, from civil servants, pastors, and residents, to join in this 4th annual, I now know, non-denominational display of genuine unity and prayer for our county, our state, and our nation. Again, this Thursday from 11 till 1. An interview with a candidate for state auditor and why he wants your vote and thinks he's deserving of it in just a few seconds. Right now, here's tonight's McGoffin Farm Bureau community calendar. And I've got a first tonight, and that's saying a lot. I've been here over 20 years. In over 20 years, I've had a lot of losts and founds. This is my first lost sheep. I'm 99% sure of that. I don't recall ever having another one. But we do tonight. Lost sheep. These are white, short-haired sheep. They each have a green and a white tag in their ears, and they've been last seen recently in the Gun Creek area, is where they escaped their parent pen with their overseer there, the one in the front. 367-9585. If you've seen any lost white sheep, you probably have seen these. I don't suspect we have too many, but the owner would certainly love your help in finding them. Lost in the Gun Creek area, once again, 367-9585. The District 3 Fire Department is having one of their fish fries 1 week from today, next Monday, starting at 5. You know the drill. Some of the best fried fish you're going to get, all the fixings. And with a drink, the whole meal is just $7. You can come and eat with them. You can carry it out and enjoy absolutely every bite of it. That's next Monday, 5 o'clock, starting at 5 at the District 3 Fire Department on Route 7. $7 for the whole meal, including a drink. Don't forget the McGoffin County Cleanup Campaign starts next week. The District 3 residents, that's Magisterial District 3, that's next Monday. The week after that's District 2. The week after that's District 1. If you have any questions, other than no construction waste and no hazardous materials being allowed, contact the judge's office at 349-2313. And that's it for calendar announcements, which lets me remind you that contact me any way you can seen here to get your announcement on the show. Moving on to funeral announcements this Monday, 73-year-old Norma K. Cook of Sagersville passed away on the 28th. She survived by her son, Terry Adams, and daughters Sheila Perkins, Sherry Fletcher, Carol Fletcher, Sally Cole, and Dixie Caldwell. Visitation starts tomorrow evening after 5. It's all day Wednesday, and services start Thursday at 1 from the Sagersville Pentecostal Church. Burial will take place at the Gibson Family Cemetery at Mason Creek. And 77-year-old Irvin Jr. Workman of Sagersville passed away on the 28th. He's survived by his sons James and Matthew Workman and daughters Debbie Saylor and Melissa Perkins. Visitation starts tomorrow after 6. It's all day Wednesday. Services will be Thursday at 2 from the McGoffin County Funeral Home. $7.4 million children, many under the age of 1, are abused in the United States every year. 5 die unnecessarily every day. In Kentucky, there was a known 85,000 reports of child abuse just last year. Neglect is the most common form, drug and alcohol use by an adult the biggest factor. April is Child Abuse Prevention Month to remind us all to make a difference all the time by offering support, mentoring, and most importantly, recognizing and reporting child abuse. This message brought to you by the Pediatric Physicians. Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. The seasonal shop is simply wall-to-wall, floor-to-ceiling, filled with new arrivals and more coming every day. Natural Life is in the store. It's a fun, uplifting brand of t-shirts, headbands, air fresheners, mugs, and more. And they've always got the latest and greatest designs from Simply Southern, including their new line of drinkware for hot or cold. And the women's spring and summer collections are simply amazing and ready to get you ready for the beautiful weather head to toe. And come in and check out their rewards program. Free local delivery. They'll ship it to you. They're now accepting PayPal, and they've always got baby and wedding registry at Fraser Spray to Drug Seasonal Shop in downtown Sagersville.
Car wrecks, truck wreck,
disability,
workers' comp,
slip and fall.
wrongful death.
Your case matters to you.
Your case matters to us. Contact McFarland Tinker Law Office. With our combined experience of over 58 years, we're here ready to work for you.
Appalachian Wireless has a question for you. Would you rather pay $650 or $66 for a smartphone? If you think this answer is simple, then the Appalachian Advantage plan is for you. Pay less upfront for today's hottest smartphones, and then pay just a few dollars more every month on the monthly bill. Many smartphones are $5 a month or less after you factor in the $20 discount from the Advantage plan compared to the contract offering. Better service, bigger savings. That's today's Appalachian Wireless. Payment agreement required. See store for details.
Visit their butcher block and find fresh cut meat daily and other specials like 80% lean ground beef, just $2.49 a pound this week. Bone-in chicken breast, just $1.39 a pound. 2 bags of Doritos, just $5, and 2 loaves of Sara Lee wheat bread, $5. Make it a movie night with popcorn, just 99 cents a box, and delicious Red Delicious apples, 3-pound bags for just $1.99. Price is good through Tuesday, April the 30th, only at your Sayersville Save-A-Lot. At Sayersville National Bank, they know your house is much more than your home. It's an investment, and for many of us, the biggest we'll ever make. And whether it's for needed repairs and maintenance, or a new addition or renovation to give you some more room and more equity, let Sayersville National Bank deal with all the financial work and worry. Real and real competitive, hometown, homegrown, home improvement loans at Sayersville National. Mr. Chris Tobey is running on the Democratic ticket this May the 21st for Kentucky State Auditor, and he stopped by the Your News Today and Sayersville Independent Studios and offices earlier today to introduce himself, and we're going to let him do that to you right now. He says that he has 30 years of experience in finance, 3 years of experience in the State Auditor's office. Tobey also says that he is best qualified to clean up our corrupt state government, especially when it comes to our state's pensions.
Well, again, I worked in this office a few years back for Auditor Ed Hatchett. I know how it works. I know what it can do. I've helped write a lot of legislation on pensions. I've even written a book called Kentucky Fried Pensions. And I've been involved in that issue. And one of the legislation that I backed was for the state auditor to look closely at the investments in the state pensions. Our auditor, Mike Harmon, currently did a very poor audit in December, and that really inspired me to get into this race, because he forgot to put a note about an illegal trustee at the pension plan who made illegal investments, who happened to give the governor a $3 million house for $1.5 million. So there's that type of thing in the audit, many other things as well. I mean, a lot of audits that we saw were not good. Fish and wildlife, another thing. But another issue that I'm going around the county courthouses here in McGoffin County and other places is that cities and counties and school districts are in financial stress. And part of that is from, I think, a deliberate attempt by the governor to manipulate the pension assumptions in a way to wreck budgets of counties and school districts. Again, as auditor, I would look at that extensively and try to encourage the retirement systems to adjust back these rates to reasonable rates over a reasonable amount of time so that county and school district budgets can survive. What has been done lately I think is just nothing but a pure strategy to help destroy counties and school districts across this state.
Are you the only one with this take on this situation?
Full take. I mean, I've got a full take. A lot of people are getting the hint that they know that the governor's out to against public employees. Everybody knows that. He's saying stuff about teachers. He's saying stuff about public employees. So people know that. But I'm taking it to the next step, that he's actually trying to destroy these public jobs at the root. I'm the first, and I came out maybe a year ago, the first to really talk about it in the detail and the depth that I am now. Again, I'm by far the most qualified candidate. 30 years in finance and auditing. I have a master's degree in finance and accounting. And I've been in the auditor's office before. I'm the only candidate with qualifications like that. And it's experience and qualifications that count. And again, I'm Chris Tobey, and I appreciate people's vote for state auditor on May 21st.
And one more last item of business, your weather forecast. Warm, nice, and dry through Wednesday. After that, we've got a change up coming with some showers and possibly storms that are going to stick around with the clouds for days. As for the warmer part, we'll see a 55-degree nighttime low tonight after a beautiful start to your work week. A little patchy fog after 4 in the a.m. and lingering till about 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Partly cloudy skies tonight, nothing more than a light southwest wind, maybe 5, 6, 7, 8 miles per hour. Tomorrow, after that patchy fog, mostly sunny skies will help push us up to about 85 toasty degrees. Westerly winds 3 to 7 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, partly cloudy, a low of 64. Wednesday, another sunny and warm one. Mostly sunny, 85 degrees. Winds out of the southwest will be a little more noticeable, 5 to 20 miles per hour at times. And Wednesday night, mostly cloudy skies, but still dry skies, and a low of 65 degrees. Thursday brings about change, not so much in temperatures, but in conditions. We'll see clouds continue to be rather thick, mostly cloudy, and with that, a 60% chance of showers pretty much any time after 10 o'clock in the morning on your Thursday and throughout the Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening as well. Not a major rainmaker right now expected, but definitely showers and maybe some spring thunderstorms on your Thursday across the board from time to time. Friday, still lingering 50% chance of some showers and some thunderstorms possibly after 11 o'clock in the morning. Still mostly cloudy and a little bit cooler. We'll drop off 10 degrees or so down to about 74 for daytime highs. Friday night, a 40% chance of showers. Still mostly cloudy and a low of 57. Still can't shake the clouds and shower chances for the weekend either. Saturday, a 30% chance of showers and thunder boomers. Still mostly cloudy. 55 for nighttime lows, still a 30%. Saturday night into your Sunday, still a 30% chance, but we will at least see a little sunshine for the latter half of your weekend, and right around 73 degrees, and I think maybe continuing the dry movement into next Monday as well. Again, City Council, that's Sagersville City Council, Montgomery County Fiscal Court coverage, and other news starting when I see you back here next time. For now, enjoy the rest of what is a beautiful Monday evening, and we'll see you tomorrow. Good night.